Welcome to another DeadThree film breakdown. It's been a while since we've done this. The national championship game is long since passed. Kansas won the national championship over North Carolina by 3 or 4 points back in April. Haven't had a chance to do too many of these, but I am going to spend the offseason taking notes, watching a bunch of Kansas. I was impressed with how they played down the stretch, was impressed with McCormick in the Final Four, even though some of our videos we got, we weren't as complimentary to him. But we're going to start breaking this down. This is a very early season game. Kansas, you can see possibly is 1-0. And they're playing Tarleton State. Second game of the year for both teams. Kansas is up at third in the nation. 3 pros, two pros definitely with Abaji and Braun that made the NBA draft a couple weeks ago or a month or so ago. They've started summer league and all that, so they're playing. But we're just going to get into a lot of what they do here. There's subtleties to this. We're going to, again, get to 4 or 5 breakdown, make these quick clips. But what I like here, this is typical Bill Self high-low basketball that you can see here. They ran it with the dribble handoff. He's going to cut weak side, I believe, or possibly ball side. So he's cutting ball side. But these are the things in my note-taking that I'm trying to work with our group on is this step over and pop out. And McCormick essentially kind of pushes him a little bit. Clearly not enough of any sort of action to get a call on that. But a little bit of a push-off, not much, obviously, but to create that space. Ball side, passes it is going to be ball side. And look, Remy's just waiting. But here's the thing, and we are spending so much time with our kids, at the high school level, with our youth basketball level, and with, some of these kids that basketball's basketball, right? McCormick, though, out here, ball above head, ball pressured up. Tarleton plays very hard-nosed basketball. I want to say Billy Gillespie's the coach who used to coach at Kentucky. But watch how Braun frees his hands, creates the contact on his entire right side of his body, and we're throwing that pass. Airtime of the ball. Vision. So I'm a big fan of post play and getting the ball inside. I think the teams that are the toughest, the teams that get to the free throw line, the teams that control games and the spreading of the floor, get the ball inside. So right here you can see 1 post feed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players for Tarleton all looking at the ball, right? He was guarding the ball like that. And that's not bad. It's just what happens in the game of basketball. Very rarely do you get these teams that are on drops that are, 50-50 and vision and pointing and all that. So 1 pass. So offensively here, they're posting Braun up, who's a 6'6" shooter, kind of serves as their 3 a little bit. With this lineup is probably their 4. But you can see just by that feed how out of position he is. He didn't catch it in a position to score, so it was really just a bad post feed. Dribbles out, 1, 2, 3, does not 1 dribble out to here. Doesn't try to make the pass from there. Is just clearing it out, and that's okay. He created space from here out with 3 or 4 dribbles, but he knew he couldn't have it inside. So that's exactly how to play it. So now we get the big inside. Kansas didn't have that great 4-man, right? At the start of the year, they were starting Remy. They were starting I forget his name, but he's from Columbia, Missouri. Right, so here we get it. Now we're just going to be playing one-on-one. But look, triangle to the ball in a position to help. Above him, he's not flat. He's not lower than him. He's above the line, on the line here, denying it back to Braun, right? Really good defense above him here, right? There's the help, swiping at the ball instead of trying to get it, and he gets too deep right there for a dump down. Again, rough angle. So let's go back 5 seconds here. So he gets to the heart of the defense. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the guy he beat. So he collapses the defense. Trying to spot up, gets it to him. But look, they just swarm on it. No angle, bad feed, bad positioning, kick out, and no vision here. I don't know how all these plays end up. But he gets it out. They're at 1 on the shot clock. And they don't get it. Or they didn't call it. Right, so the ball's getting batted around, a 50-50 ball, and they end up fouling. So, again, these are clips of a highlight. It's not the play all in motion. So we quickly kind of get to the plays here. So some of this is just, but there's a pro, right? So there's a pro. there's a weak side grab essentially. But this is what we tell our kids. A lot of this is redundant on different things that we talk about. There's the skip to a pro, to the first player taken in the draft from Kansas. I forget who drafted. I think Cleveland may have drafted him, right? You get the big McCormick kid coming across, and he's clearly bigger, stronger than this kid, right? Hands are up, close out to a pro. They're closing out here. What a great luxury to have when you got these guys that have to be guarded. But here's the thing. Look where Braun goes. Braun's in the slot on the left side. The shot's here, and he knows it's weak side right here. He's not watching. Look at, he's looking to check out. McCormick gets to the weak side, right? So bad block out. Two people try to get him on the block out, and they're able to save it, right? So now we're off and running on a fast break for Tarleton, play into an elbow and a good finish, right? So I love this play, right? They get the rebound here, okay, as we get going. It's froze a little bit. So here's the fast break. Okay, I like it that he's playing to an elbow. I like it that he can finish with his left. I like it that everybody got wide. I like it that if you're Tarleton, you got a 50-50 ball. Turnovers on the baseline side. Turnovers baseline, turnovers at the rim are typically layups at the other end. Good left-hand finish, playing to an elbow. Could have played to the nail or the opposite elbow, and they get a really good finish by everybody running and finishing, right? Get the ball out fast. Put pressure on them to get the ball into the defense. Okay, so they got the pressure right there. Now they're out running. Okay, so now here's Kansas on a fast break. He levels it off. 3-on-1 essentially. Braun was filling the weak side, so a 3-on-2. Played it away, and let's see how they play off of this. Has them. They have a layup. Who doesn't love this action? Like, I love this action. I don't love the contact here. The reason I like this action a lot is you have the pro who skipped it across the floor. Remy was too far out. They skipped it. He's got to be played. But now he's got him sealed if he'll get his body contacted. If he'll create the contact here, seal him out is the phrasing that we use. What's this guy? It puts pressure right here. This is the guy that's got to make a decision. He's playing a pro. He's playing, Braun got drafted by Denver, so he's playing with the Nuggets now, right? So we got this seal here. He's got to make a decision. He's closing out. These are the two guys. He's got to make a decision, but you've got to cover Braun. And I could be wrong. He could sit here and Braun could hit a three. These two guys have got to be moving. But you're leaving a pro, right? So there's the seal. But notice how, and it's a small thing, and he makes the shot, and that's great. Notice how he has the seal. Let me see if I can freeze it here. He's running to the rim, and we'll stop it at this right here. There's no contact here. No contact. And as he holds the ball for a count or two, he continues to follow the ball, helping this guy. So when he ends up catching it, where should he catch it? This is, if I were watching this film with our team and some of the kids that we work with, I would say, where is the best spot for him to catch the ball? I would hope, given that we've worked with these kids for a while, they would say it's right here at the mouth of the rim, in between the Big 12 logo and the arc, right? So right there. But where does he catch it? So if we run that through, he catches it with essentially, could be wrong, I can't see in, 2 feet outside the paint. So didn't seal, maybe not a great post feed, right? He takes a dribble or two, and because he takes the dribble, now he's on a double team, triple team. Now, he makes it. Big, strong, 6'8", 6'9" body, and playing against guys that are 6'5", 6'6", right? So, great. I love the action. Don't love the seal. Not using his body as well as he should or could. But again, you're playing against kids that you're just a lot better than as well, right? But you know what? He did it against Villanova in the Final Four. But what I like about him, look, I'm curious on this. On the outlet, and where he plays to, changing the floor, 2 guards that can play, better shooter here than Remy, right? And how they empty out and balance the floor with a big running down the middle. So this is where coaching comes in and where you have to have a feel. Is Braun going to just sprint to the weak side of the floor and disrupt the middle flow with the dribble and with the big running the floor? Or is he going to yell at Remy to get through? Or are they both going to end up on the same side? What do they do here? So he cuts across. So he's cutting across. And I don't love that because I don't like disrupting the flow of the big, and I don't like disrupting a guard that may be trying to change the floor. I like a through cut is what we call it, where Braun, because he's the trailing cutter, would be yelling through on Remy, and Remy would get out. But listen, this is a pro and a Hall of Fame coach, and the game's played a number of different ways. So he comes there and changes it out, but he does create that lane, right? And there's your layup. And he's running the floor. So, again, the game's played a number of different ways. Braun changes the floor there with his cut. And I wish I could remember the guy's name. That's the point guard. I love the outlet up the floor. I love that they're getting a stop here. There's the rebound. Abaji gets the rebound at the rim. Watch how how up the floor can we make, he outlets it a quarter court. 1-2 dribbles. He levels his dribble off to the same channel to allow Braun, and he creates that angle. What a great play by this kid. Right? So now it's 4-2. They're on a run, and I like how McCormick runs the floor from offense to defense. Hey, listen, I know we haven't done many of these. I'm going to get back into a rhythm. It's really going to be a summer of Kansas basketball. We'll kind of, I guess, honor the team that won the national championship. I like these kids. I went to a couple games this year. And what a great atmosphere it is at Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence. But if you could do me a favor, if you could subscribe to this, like it, share it, link it. I'll put it on my Twitter page as well. Love talking basketball and love looking at basketball. Love taking notes at basketball. Love hearing different ways and seeing different ways of how to play this game. And appreciate everybody's support of the channel. Thank you.